Yo, what's up? So, today we are going to be speaking about the greatest diet secret that no one, absolutely no one, has talked about. And yeah, it's just something people don't really give much appreciation to. Or maybe they do, I don't know. I'm not paying attention for the sake of the video. But that is same meals, right? Eating the exact same thing every single day, or just things that are similar enough, right? It makes your life much easier, makes it easier to track everything because it's all the same thing, makes just your planning easy. So it's like if you need to make the food before you can, it gets rid of a area of resistance that can make you slip up, which is making decisions. Right? People aren't very good with decisions, and the reason why is that obviously when you make a decision of I'm going to be on a diet, when you make that decision, you're in a certain state of mind. And when it's now time to carry out that decision, you're no longer the same person that you were when you made the decision. So you can make I'm saying decision a lot, but you can make choices based off of you now rather than the you that made the plans. Right? So it's like a thing of I can be like, oh, I plan to lose this much weight, and then when it's now time for lunch, if I have the option of choosing something for lunch and my friends are like, oh, let's go to McDonald's, right? Because I don't have it in my mind of, oh, no, I already had this. I'm having this for lunch. This is for lunch. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I can probably fit McDonald's into the schedule, maybe less than supper, but something like that, right? There's more trains of thought. You got to actively think about how to eat healthy or something. So a way to get rid of that is just eating the same thing every single day. You either eat the same thing every day or you make like a plan of like what you're eating. Because the thing is, when I say every day or eat the same thing, it doesn't have to be every day. It was just easier for me to make a meal plan for one day rather than a whole week. But if you're someone that can do that, then do it. Make a plan for the whole week. What do you eat on Monday? What's breakfast, what's lunch, what's supper? Tuesday, what's breakfast, what's lunch, what's supper? I found for myself, breakfast and lunch is what I control. I still live with my parents, so mom makes dinner. And I'm not one of those people, and I wouldn't recommend you be one of those people who make what's it called, your mom makes the dinner and you're like, oh no, I'm on a diet, so I'm gonna eat this completely different thing instead. Enjoy your mother's cooking, enjoy the family dinners and all that. What I would say is just figure out how much each meal goes within. Because let me quickly just explain myself and where I'm coming from, right? So I know whether you already know this or not, I lost 15 kgs, right, in the space of like 7 months or something. I lost 15 kgs. It wasn't like a smooth road; it was like an up and down thing. But I lost the weight. And one of the ways that I lost the weight was controlling my diet, right? And making my meals every day basically the same thing. So, what I'll do, breakfast, I would always have eggs. I had the meal of 4 eggs that I scramble with oil, with either canola oil or olive oil, depending on what's in the house. And that would be my breakfast. Lunch, I would have what would I have? I think I would skip lunch, yeah. Lunch I would skip, but I'd leave space for a drink. But I had like low calorie caffeination, but I had space for like I had space for food. So some days it wasn't like a thing of I strictly didn't have lunch. It was just a thing of my lunch couldn't go over 500 calories. Well, not too much over, maybe like 600. So it'd be like a thing of, depending on the day, I might not eat lunch. I might have McDonald's. I might have, I don't know, sushi or something. But the lunch had to stay within a certain range. And then supper was made, obviously, well, is made by my mom slash our helper. So, in terms of that, I just knew what was on the menu every day, right? Because we go through like a week cycle with the supper. So it'd be like a thing of, I know Monday we having fish. Monday it's fish, usually with green beans and something. I think like potatoes or sometimes it's rice. So I know Monday is the fish day. Tuesday is the chicken day. Wednesday was mac and cheese at the time. We switched now to like Thai curry, but Wednesday is mac and cheese. Thursday is I think chicken again. No, Thursday. I know one of the days was like beef stew or something. But the point is, I knew what was on the menu each day. So I knew that some days I had more leeway than others. So like Monday, I could eat the most at lunch because the fish meal isn't like super high in calories. The fish meal is like my lowest calorie one. So I would have more space on the Monday. And I knew that regardless of what would happen during the day, my suppers would be max 800 calories. So I knew what I was working with. And that gave me a level of control before I made any decisions that made making the decisions much easier because the decisions were already made. Right. And I think that's where a lot of people like falter in that they decide that they're gonna do the dieting, and then once they're in the dieting phase, they're kind of making decisions as they go. So they wake up every morning and they think, "What am I gonna have for breakfast?" They wake up, they get to lunch and they think, "What am I having for lunch?" They get to supper and think, "What am I having for supper?" And the issue with doing that is that at each of those stages, it's each a new opportunity to make a mistake, right? You could wake up and be like, I'm feeling like pancakes today. Pancakes are sweet. Depending on how you do the pancakes, the calories can vary. But you can be like, I feel like I'm eating pancakes today. You get to lunch, it's like, I feel like going to, I don't know, Baskin Robbins. I don't know American brands, and I don't even know what Baskin Robbins makes. But you can be like, oh, I'm feeling like going to Steers today. So you go to Steers, and then dinner comes like, I'm feeling like pizza today. And then then by the end of the day, you've eaten 3,000, 4,000 calories. Whereas if you have the day planned, you wake up and you're like, I'm having 4 eggs and the 4 eggs and the tablespoon of oil. You get to lunch and it's like, okay, whatever I have can only be within this many calories. You get to supper and you're like, well, even before supper, actually, you were like, oh, I know it's the fish day, so I'm gonna do this, you know? So, yeah, just having the same thing every day just makes your life so much easier because it gets rid of a stage in your thought process where you can make a mistake. And, yep, recommend you do it. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. There'll be more videos along this weight loss topic in the future. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to see more, and peace.